Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Aviation podcast, CMH Aviation, and as usual, Husky Gaming 365 or Grizzly STL, as he has decided to change his Discord name. Today's headlines: Max is finally in service. That picture was my picture. One, I don't think any of us saw coming. Alaska joins oneworld, and last but not least, end of an era. Emirates took delivery of the final A380. First things first, the Max is in service again. And
Oh, it's so good to see it in the air. I really do. It is truly a remarkable aircraft. It's sad to see that it's gone through the absolute crap storm it went through when it first came out. But now that all the updates and stuff are done, it's really nice to see it back in the air. Um, I know there's some Maxes with United that are flying right now. There's some for Copa. I know I've seen some with Gall out in Brazil. I've seen a couple with Alaska. I think the Max 9 is there now.
Aeromexico, Air Canada,
Oh yeah.
Southwest are kind of the big
Oh
name
yeah.
ones.
Aeromexico.
American, because
Yeah.
American was the first one to
American.
do it. American was
Yeah.
the first
No.
one to relaunch service with it.
Actually, I think it was Gall. It was Gall, and then
But
and
I'm
then
saying
American
like
followed.
North American Airlines, American was the first one.
Yeah.
Because Transport
Yeah.
Canada
American was the first.
Transport Canada was still being very picky about it, even though the
Yeah.
FAA was the first to do it.
Yeah. So it was Gall, then American, and then United, and then Aeromexico, then Alaska,
I forgot how
then
good. I'm not even
United.
gonna lie. I forgot how good they look until I went and saw it a couple weeks ago at the airport. I was like, oh, I forgot how good this thing looks. And it
Yeah.
was great though, because there was a new Gen 7.3 sitting next to it, and the one thing I noticed was that the Max stands up a little bit taller on the nose than the NG did,
Hmm.
which was a kind of a kinky little thing to notice. But I did notice that, and like I said, that is my
Well, that's
picture. I
only
took that.
because the engines. That's only because the engines are larger on the Max than they are on the NG models. Because the NG model 737 is powered by the CFM-56, and the Max is powered by the CFM LEAP 1B, which is a lot larger and covers and therefore takes up more space, which is therefore has they have to raise it up in height when it comes
But instead
to
of raising the
taping the
whole damn
landing gear.
airplane, instead of making the whole damn airplane
They had
taller,
to
they raised the
raise
nose
the
gear,
engines.
slapped new engines on it, and
Yeah,
said, it's a new airplane, and we see what happened.
yeah, it was the airplane, but the only issue was because the A320 Neo series was selling fast. Boeing had to come up with a quick plan to go, oh, well, we need to do the same thing. Well, I mean, they did, but they
But
kind of
they rushed.
rushed it.
They rushed it. It's no bone. There's no bones about it. They rushed it,
It was rushed, and it
and we see
caused
what
some
happened.
issues. And just like all things in life, we learn from our mistakes. It's
Yep.
okay. They've learned from their mistakes, even though it cost them a lot of money, which was really, really, really awful to see because their stocks were fluctuating real bad.
And
But
as you
it
may
seems
have
like
noticed,
everything's back on track.
the headline, the TV news style headlines are back. All right, moving on, because I think that's enough Max rant. Alaska is now in One World, something that I don't think
Oh,
anyone saw coming, but it happened. Alaska is now an
I didn't
Alliance
think.
airline.
Oh yeah, I didn't think that was gonna happen. I didn't. I thought Alaska was gonna be like Southwestern Frontier and not have to
Spirit.
worry about and being on an alliance. And Alaska was like, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna try something new. And because of this, they've recently come out with a new livery. Alaska Airlines, member of One World, and I don't know if there's a picture up, if there's a picture of it up on screen,
No, there's
but
not.
their
But
it's a very
okay,
nice livery.
okay, just to put in perspective what he's talking about, take the American One World livery, but slap Alaska colors on it. That's
The
really
Alaska
all it
livery,
is.
pretty much. Yeah.
It's nothing fancy to show on screen.
No.
Good
But
for them
it'd
though
still
for
be worth
joining
it
an
though.
alliance. Maybe it'll help increase their business.
Hopefully,
Get them some
maybe,
new
and
destinations.
hopefully hopefully it'll make their airfares cheaper. But I
Yeah,
don't see
ultra low
much of
cost is a
that
topic for
happening.
ultra low cost is a topic for another day. ULC and LCs are
It,
not, because we could go on a 20-minute tangent about those.
clearly.
Anyway, good for
And
them. It's nice to see another alliance airline. It's evident I don't.
I didn't think they were gonna do it. They've been they've been doing just fine by themselves for quite a long time. It surprised me when I found out about it. I was like, huh? What?
Obviously,
Alaska?
Southwest will never do it because the way
No.
their business model, the alliance just
Southwest.
wouldn't work out.
Oh yeah, Southwest has done just fine on their own since the day they opened up. Honestly, I think that the alliance would really do something. The only time the alliance or any alliance would do anything to Southwest is if I don't know. Who knows at this
It
point?
would hell would have.
They've
Pardon the wording here, but hell would have to freeze over for Southwest to join One World or Star Alliance. Star
yeah,
Alliance being the
but
other big
I've
name
got
alliance,
yeah, but I've got a feeling if Southwest were to join an alliance, their airfares would probably have to end up skyrocketing. They'll probably have to
which
start
they
charging
won't,
baggage fees.
and which they don't.
They've never charged baggage fees. Their prices have never gone up.
I mean, hell, you
And
can go most places one way for 69, depending on the destination.
right, it just depends on the destination, really.
Exactly.
Don't ever let an airline tell you that they're low cost, because I can tell you right now, they're only low cost. The only time that they're actually low cost is if they have low cost deals. But most of the time, the lowest you're gonna go is maybe 115, 120,
All right,
maybe. That's
this
about the
is
lowest.
gonna wind up being a short one. We're only at 7.5 minutes. Anyway, it's the end of an era. The A380 is no longer built. Emirates was the
No,
lucky customer to take the delivery of the final one, and this news is probably almost a month old now. Unfortunately, situations just didn't allow the two of us to record it, but those have been since resolved, so we are back. Emirates took delivery of the final A380 ever built. They no longer are built, and from what I read, it took off and it did a tour lap around the airport, and then it did a low pass, and I don't know if they did a wing rock or not, but it did a flyover just to kind of memorialize the occasion. Sad, man. The A380 was supposed to be the
it was
big
an
new
iconic
thing.
aircraft.
The
Oh yeah,
A380 was supposed
it
to be
was
the
like
big new way of travel, because
oh yeah,
when they
it
introduced
was the
this,
most
there
iconic
was,
aircraft ever built, ever.
for those
It
who
was
don't
a
know,
aircraft of its time.
the idea behind the A380 was back then they predicted, well, there's going to be a big surge in air travel and the 747 just isn't going to cut it. So then Airbus built this bad boy, and between the pandemic and the lack of increase in air travel demand, which the pandemic obviously doesn't help that, but they didn't see a need to continue building them. They decided, why waste our resources on an airplane that isn't going to fly anytime soon? I mean, what airlines actually owned it? Singapore, Emirates, Etihad, and British Airways are like the four big name airlines that ever bought one, and Qantas. Emirates and Etihad being the two biggest customers of it. The only other long-range airplane that they have a lot of is this 777, and we're not going to go into that because that's a whole nother story, the 777X. But it is sad to see them stop being built. It is what it is, and I think his mic broke again. Alright. I think that's going to do it because it's evident his mic isn't working. But just a quick recap for those who walked away. The Max flies again, thank God. Alaska joined the One World Alliance, threw everyone for a loop when it happened, and of course, A380 is no longer built. Also, new logo, I sound better. Some changes that have been made recently. Thank you all so much for watching. Apologies, it's been 90 days, at least 3 months since the last one. Let's hope we can have a Paris recap this year or next. That was a fun one to do. And as always, leave your thoughts down below. Give us ideas of something you want us to talk about. If you want to join us, I'll post a link to the Discord. Hit me up somewhere in the Discord. We'd love to have you on board and get your thoughts and opinions. Again, thank you all so much for watching. You guys know what to do down below. We will see everybody in the next one, and take care.